New tonight, a mother in Powell tells us her daughter temporarily stopped breathing after an accident at a bounce house Saturday. 2 children were taken to the hospital. Authorities say those children were ages 4 and 7. Their mothers tell us they were released from the hospital on Sunday. 10 News reporter Olivia Degg has been looking into this case. You spoke to both of those moms, Olivia. This happened at a community and business event in Powell, and they've hosted it with the same inflatables twice before, no problems.
Right, and we reached out to the company who supplied the inflatables. The inflatable company says they've never had any issues like this before. They get their equipment inspected by the state and they will be investigating. But I spoke to Jeff Bagwell. He's the spokesperson for Rural Metro who responded on the scene, but he also serves as the president of the Powell organization who hosted this event. Saturday was the 3rd annual Powell Station celebration.
It's grown into this huge event now that involves not only community businesses and vendors, but also a huge kid zone.
A fun day on a foam bouncy house turned into a scary scene for some Knox County parents.
Yes, we responded. 2 children were injured in the bounce house, the foam pit bounce house.
Parents and Bagwell say parents were looking for their kids in the foam bounce house. Adults then went into the inflatable with the children to find their own children.
Bounce houses are not designed for adults. And remember that when they jump in, then they create a void or a divot in that bounce house. And if there are a bunch of kids in there, they're naturally going to go right to that.
The parent of the 7-year-old says she stopped breathing at some point and she was resuscitated and taken to the hospital with the other 4-year-old girl. Jeff Bagwell is the information officer for Rural Metro and is encouraging parents to think twice.
Make sure that bounce house is age appropriate. If you have a toddler that can barely walk, it's probably not a good thing to put them in a bounce house where you have a slippery surface.
And keep eyes on all their kids. Bagwell also serves as the president of the Powell Business and Professional Organization who hosted this event.
We want it to be a safe event. I think it is. You know, it's a freak accident. It's really all we can grasp right now is it was a freak accident.
Both moms told me they didn't sign any waivers before their kids got on this inflatable bounce house foam pit. And again, both moms say their daughters are physically okay. They're feeling blessed that it wasn't worse, John.
We're glad they are okay. Olivia Degg on the story tonight.